Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm H Illustrates and this is JASAACCprojects. This is a creative outlet for me to talk about and create things that matter to me, from research projects to design projects and a whole lot more. I'm creative. I've studied art, design and animation, politics, history and cultures, and now I want to lock in some of that knowledge and create content people can enjoy and learn from. A little bit about me. I'm Hawaiian, um, originally from Wairua, in the middle of the North Island. Now I'm living in Christchurch, middle of the South Island, New Zealand. Um, I was fucking fucked up every school thing I've ever done. Pretty much the reason why I'm here. So school was a fail. Then I left school, tried the streets. The crime life wasn't the life for me. Oh, hang on, hold up. Tried the streets. Um, then I went into the gangs, and did a whole bunch of shit since then. Crime life wasn't the life for me. But yeah, nah, crime life didn't work out for me, and then I started some other shit. Started doing art when I was in jail. Learned how to draw things, animals, mostly animals, bulldogs in particular. But yeah, realistic bulldogs. I just draw a lot of in jail, and then I learned about a course called the Learning Connection. Learning Connection was an art course that you could study from home, and I thought that because never learned well in class, so it would be good for me to do. And then I learned heaps of art, learned heaps of design, heaps of like fundamental stuff that I never learned before. I picked up animation along the way. Um, so I moved on to comics because I wanted to do animation because of anime. So I ended up moving on to comics. Started writing these comics. There's a few comics I got written up that I still need to draw out, but being a bit lazy and keep letting life get in the way of it. And now that I'm not with I'll get to that. Yeah, now that I'm not with my family, I've got enough time to put into it. Wow, I'm really struggling quite a lot with this. This will be one of the biggest things I ever struggle with. This will be one of the hardest things I ever fucking do, to be honest. But yeah, from comics I went over to AI, started learning about artificial intelligence quite deeply because I was stealing laptops when I was in the crime life, and I used to break the laptops open all the time, and just to switch pieces over, and I just like mess with the coding and all that when I steal them, and that was what sparked my interest into um, digital stuff, and that's what got me into artificial intelligence because I wanted to use it in everything I do, in every process that I was working with AI and design. But it's still slow. Even when you use AI, it's not even really that fast. You can only use it to like generate ideas quickly. That's the main thing that I use it for. And that'll be a lot of what this channel talks about. What AI is, where it came from, where it's used, what's the history behind it, what's the future of it. Talk a lot about that. But from there, about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I started getting into politics. Started looking in, not studying. I started studying the politics that was going on around the world at the time because we had just gone through COVID. And during that time, I was learning a lot about more conspiracies because I was into conspiracies a lot too. So that's another thing that sparked this channel. The original idea for this channel was this conspiracy theory channel. That was the original idea. But we yeah, politics. Learned a lot about politics, and now I want to talk a lot about politics. It's got a lot to do with everything we do, and that's what led me over to economics. Apparently, economics is every fucking thing we do. Everything. From money, food, gaming, sports, industry, not industries, manufacturing, um, people moving. Fucking hell, it's everywhere. Economics is everywhere and everything. That's the state of the nation. And I started to get interested in data. Started getting interested in data after reading heaps of data. I was wondering how you could collect it, build libraries on it. What you would do with the libraries. There's heaps you can do with the libraries. We'll talk about that in the future. But yeah, economies, different economies. Rich people, poor people, middle class people, people who weren't even involved with the world economically. How are they economically able? How are they able to survive without being a part of economies? People looking after them. That's what I came up with, but that'll come up in our stories. Markets, markets all around the world. Markets kept. I got into the markets because of comics. I had to create a business proposal for comics. I wanted to do a comic business, but I didn't have the skills to do it, and I didn't want to pay someone else to do the drawing. So I ended up having to learn it all myself. I didn't even get that good at drawing. I could draw comics now because I got the story building on lock, but my drawing's not that good. And this is basically the reason why I'm here on YouTube just talking, because it's too much work, too much effort to get things together just to put something together. All I wanted to do was create a comic. It just was too much effort. I didn't want to actually. I didn't just want to create a comic. I wanted to create the comic, and I wanted to hold all the money that was generated from it. And I didn't know how to get around it. That was another reason why I looked into economies. I was starting to look at markets, different markets, how they were working. Indie animators, indie creators, indie comic artists, indie content creators. I mean, yeah, it led me to just creating a YouTube channel where I can talk about things and work on it. So I'm working on building my skill, building my craft, and I'm talking about it at the same time because everybody I know is everybody I know, and none of you motherfuckers want to talk about this shit. So yeah, I'll talk about it on YouTube, and then they'll go around and talk to people that want to talk about it. They don't want to talk the way I talk, so that makes it real hard. So this YouTube channel outlet for that. Um, the channel, the podcast channel, podcast. Not quite sure really. I called it a podcast. Well, I'll probably change soon. It's mainly about stuff I'm researching. So on Mondays, I'll do one-off projects. Like I'll do a big study on something. Say the library. I'll do a big study on the library. How it began. Where it came, like I do a study on the library in one area, in particular Turanga, let's say Turanga, because its resources are through the roof. The levels are super dope. We got all these different types of books, really cool. Got a creative area, And so I'll talk about that. And the research will be about how the day started, what was the outcomes, what kind of things are they doing in the community, and how are the community using this place. Those will be one-off projects. Ongoing projects will be projects that are like my project I got going on at the moment and I've been doing. Artificial intelligence. I posted a few shorts about it, but I need to do some more full videos on it. That'll be an ongoing project until I've gotten around quite a few different areas of artificial intelligence. Um, so that'll be the ongoing projects. On Mondays will be one-off projects. On Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Tuesday and Wednesday will be ongoing projects. The artificial one until that one's finished. Um, Another one that I got going on is psychological, what the fuck trauma and cults. Anyway, it's about trauma and cults. That's another one I got going on. Trauma, cults, and mind control. That's another research one I got going on. Another research one is gaming, because I'm doing a bit of building on games. I'm building games, or like there's still a few skills I need to pick up around learning games. But watching these videos, I get to go through all that. Be cool, super dope. If you ever 10 years down the track feel like watching a stupid video, then you can come back. This will be an interesting video for you to watch, I guess. Something about me. Not everything about me, but something about me. And on Thursdays, it'll be design, design projects. That's where I'll post up my design projects that I've got going on at the time. And I'm going to be the design projects will be games, comics, and animations. And it's just games I'm making, comics I'm making, animations I'm making. Series on Fridays will be kind of like one-off projects. It'll kind of be like not one-off projects, but like one-off series. It'll be more of a investigation rather than a research. And yeah, be more of a oh yeah, it'll be more of a thing. But yeah, hope you enjoy the kind of content that I bring out. I'm not very nice to look at. Maybe you'll enjoy the content. And I still got to get a computer and a phone. I've got no camera, got no phone, got no computer. So it's pretty dead at home at the moment. I'm literally in the middle of a bad drug habit, trying to kick this off. I was planning on giving up the old drug habit this week. So right in the middle of that, I'm trying to kick all this shit off. Right in the middle of fucking failing quite a lot. See. Maybe this video might help somebody. So peace out.